Hello and welcome to the Unproductive-nerds podcast. I have returned. My name is Rhiannon and I am joined this week by Jack.
Woo! I'm back. I'm here. It's been a while because the episodes have been all over the place. Because I put the last one up on Wednesday instead of Saturday, but I think we missed a week, or maybe it was early. But this one will definitely go up on Saturday, and the rest of them will be going up on Saturdays from here on out, like the good old days. We're back to an audio podcast, no more video, no more of those stupid visual gags. We're back to audio. It's more comfortable, it's more fun. Don't worry, it's gonna be great. It's a blast, it's a hoot. And Rhiannon, what are we talking this week?
We are talking Defenders this week, you know. Us and the rest of the guys, we sat down, we binge watched it there last Friday.
It's me, Dan. I love the Defenders.
Yeah, we're real. Let me give it down. I get no respect. I tell you, I love the Defenders. I really love that Iron Fist guy. Yeah,
Me too. I love the Defenders.
Yeah, the Defenders are just the greatest.
As you can see, it's just the two of us today.
It's funny how a show about characters and weird individuals and a team of four coming together. We do an episode about that, but the four of us couldn't be all there coming together for it.
No, it's sad, isn't it?
To be fair, Dan has a reason. It's his 1 year anniversary.
Aww. Congrats, Dan.
I only found out recently that his girlfriend is an avid listener of the show. So if you're hearing this, this is my present to you guys. I'm happy you guys are happy. Keep being awesome. And John just didn't turn up.
You're so mean.
I'm not being. No, one second. I tell you, I get no respect. I'm right here. I've changed my John voice immediately there.
You have. You've changed it several times at this point.
You see, when I go to do the voice, I end up doing the fake voice I normally do for you or Freya. Hey, it's me, Rhiannon.
No, it's me, Dan. I tells you, I get no respect. It's me,
Because,
John.
you know, I actually speak that high all the time.
Yeah, I actually played that high.
Oh, God. Jeez.
Alright, so this is going to be a shorter episode than usual just to get us back into the audio podcasting floor. We already tried to do one podcast episode today and the software crashed, so...
Yeah, that wasn't fun.
Fuck that. We did an hour-long podcast about Avengers vs. X-Men and it just crashed.
Hopefully we'll have that done at some point so you guys can listen to that, but...
On that note, roll intro. Or maybe I won't. Maybe I won't edit the intro music in.
Aww.
It'd be funny if I just said roll intro and then it was just blank sounds for 10 seconds. And then it cuts back to us talking. Oh, fuck. It's weird, we've never done a two-man version of this show. Well, technically we're not doing a two-man version now, but you get the idea. It's more conversational this way anyway.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So Rhiannon, The Defenders, what is it?
The Defenders is basically what all the Netflix shows have been building up to for the last couple of years.
You got Daredevil, you got Jessica
Jones,
Jones, you got
your
Daredevil
Iron
again.
Fists. Yeah, you got your Iron Fists and your Luke Cages.
Well, at least 3 seasons of that 5 seasons was good. That's what matters. But we'll give it 3.5. The first half.
3.5. First half of Luke Cage.
You know what? Let's run through them actually. Yeah. What did we think of Daredevil season 1?
It was great, you know.
In my personal opinion, it's the best season of television Marvel has done thus far.
It's just because that was our introduction to the Netflix universe, and they did it really well.
It's the equivalent of Iron Man 1. How Iron Man 1 is the perfect introduction to the Marvel universe.
Exactly. And as anyone, I was excited to watch it as much as anyone else, you know.
It's still my favorite Marvel.
Then we got Jessica Jones, which is my personal favorite Marvel one.
Jessica.
It's just so good. And then, of course, David Tennant as a villain, which is always a win.
He's been confirmed to come back for season 2, and we're hoping for Dan's flexi neck.
We're hoping for Dan's flexi neck.
I'd love it if you just turned up in a wheelchair. Flexi neck style.
Jessica.
Wait, have you gotten Jessica? I'm standing right in front of you. Oh no.
No, I think it's more than likely it's probably in flashback sequences. As much as I love David Tennant back.
Anyway, who's what's after that? Luke Cage. Oh, sorry, we got a second
season of Daredevil,
which is as good, not as good as the first, but because, and this is gonna be a running theme throughout the episode, the hand shit really slowed it down. They made a concept about undead ninjas kinda boring sometimes.
They did.
Especially when you're comparing it with the Frank Castle Punisher stuff, which is fucking awesome.
That was some good stuff. Yeah,
When
what I
you hit
loved
'em
from that series was the Punisher stuff. Like, I mean, some of the Elektra stuff was interesting, but I wasn't as invested in it, you know?
You're not as interested as what happened to the Punisher and how convoluted it was. So
Oh my god.
it was a mob thing. It was a military operation set up by the mob, set up by the DEA to flush out some drug smugglers who might have been working for the Kingpin or might not have. Oh god, this is
And
really
then there
complicated.
was the Irish, and, you know,
Oh
like...
god. The Dogs of Hell maybe might have been another fuck, if I know.
No, it's just so much stuff.
Then we got Luke Cage, which...
It's good for half a season.
It's a very good half of the season, though. Like, that first half of that first season is great.
Yeah, just,
The music, the fucking characters, everything is on point. Then we get
and we...
the second half.
Yeah,
You
and
killed
then
off the-
Cottonmouth, just kicks the bucket, and...
Black Mariah murders him, and then Cottonmouth is just gone for the rest of the season. Like, what the fuck? Where's our Kingpin?
But, like, even at the end, if you had Black Mariah kill him at the end, that I would have been happy with that if you had, like, an overarching thing.
Yeah.
But they kill off Cottonmouth, and then they throw in Diamondback and expect us to know who he is.
Yeah, no, the way they reveal Diamondback is like, oh shit, it's Diamondback. You're like, who's this guy?
Who's this guy?
I honestly thought it was the guy from prison who taught Luke Cage how to fight. I'm like, oh, they brought that guy back, and now he's in Luke Cage as well. That makes sense. Okay, I would have been more interested if that was the case. It was like, he's the guy who taught you how to fight.
Yeah.
Now you gotta
Oh
fight
my
him.
god.
Although I will say, as cheesy as it is, that final episode is maybe my favorite final episode
Oh
of
my
any of them,
god.
where Diamondback puts on a power suit to match Luke Cage's strength. What the fuck is that? The match Luke Cage's strength, and they just go punch for punch in Pop's old barbershop, while everybody else has their iPhones out and are filming it, chanting
Luke
it.
Cage, Luke Cage.
I think somebody should have thrown a brick at Diamondback and shouted, "If you mess with one of us, you mess with all of us."
We're New Yorkers.
Oh, it's so funny if that's how it ended. It was just like a brick to the head catches
Yeah.
Diamondback, killing him.
That's the thing. They kept one thing about that fight was they kept zooming in at the power pack at the back of his power suit.
Yeah,
I
just-
thought Luke Cage was going to tear it out, but no, he just punches him.
And then we got Iron Fist, which we've done an Iron Fist episode
We've done an Iron Fist
long
episode
time
long
ago.
time ago.
Was
You
that-
get to hear all our joys about it.
Maybe you do. You get to hear it for half an episode, then we tried to do a Skype call version that didn't work.
That didn't work out. No.
Okay, so that brings us to the Defenders, the team up that we've all kind of been waiting for, but all have been hesitant for since Luke Cage and Iron Fist. How are these characters going to interact? Was it good? Who? What? How? Rhiannon, what did you think of it without spoilers?
Without spoilers, you know what? I
Please
enjoyed
spoil
it.
Overall, what would you give it? Where would you rank it?
Where would I rank? I think if I were putting the series, it would go Iron Fist, Luke Cage, Defenders, Daredevil Season 2, Daredevil Season 1, and Jessica Jones.
Yeah, no, that works.
Yeah.
I'd switch Jessica Jones to Daredevil Season 1, but that's
Yeah.
personal preference.
Yeah. Currently.
Overall, I really enjoyed this. Character dynamics fucking work well. It has a very slow start,
It
though.
does have a slow start, and I
What?
think it kind of drags out towards the end a small bit, but...
It has a slow start, but like Jessica Jones, which has a very slow first two episodes. Like, I rewatched them, they're so fucking boring. This is her taking pictures for a little bit and meeting Luke Cage. That's 3 episodes.
Oh, come on, there's some banging, but, well, there's a...
That's 3 episodes. That's all it is. It's so boring. But this has a real, like, slow burn to it almost. Like, they don't meet each other till the end of episode 2?
Yeah. I mean, I think they were trying to build it logically how these characters would come to know each other. Like...
It couldn't just be Clark Temple is like, hey, Matt, you know how you're a Daredevil? Well, I know an Iron Fist and an Invulnerable Man and a Jessica Jones. Can you come meet us for coffee? I mean, not for coffee, but, can you come meet us for some, like, we'll go to not Pop's Diner, I was gonna say, that's from the Archie universe. Can you come meet us in Riverdale at Pop's Diner?
Yeah,
That'd be great.
Yeah. No, I just
Also,
imagine
listen-
Luke Cage just walks in naked and I said, I heard coffee, you know?
Why did I picture it taking place at that bar, Josie's? Josie's like, Matt, I don't like your new friends. You're gonna have to ask them to leave. She's drinking under the table. That one's doing yoga on the pool table. And I'm not even gonna talk about Power Man. Fuck, it's a slow burn, but it is a good introduction to the characters.
It is.
It catches us up on who's who and what's what.
the good thing is like you do necessarily have to see Luke. I think you'd have to watch Daredevil, but I think the others you can kind of miss.
Yeah, if you hadn't seen Iron Fist, they catch you up on the fact that he's the Iron Fist. Or, he says it 1,000 times.
Like, you didn't even have to watch Luke Cage for that.
Yeah, I'd say you can watch the first and the last episode of Luke Cage.
Yeah.
And just see most of Daredevil Season 2, and you're sorted, like. But,
as much as I love Jessica Jones, I don't even think Jessica Jones is a requirement for that one either.
Not even. Like, I'd say one episode of Jessica Jones.
Yeah.
So that does you. Like, you can just watch a recap thing online. It's not like the Avengers, where if you don't know who Captain America is, you're like, who the fuck is the big blue guy? You kind of get everybody straight away.
Yeah.
Alright, so overall we enjoyed it. It's a bit of a slow burn, and it's not the best Netflix has done, but it's not the worst.
It's definitely not the worst.
Okay, so let's roll on to spoiler talk.
Woo, spoilers!
Alright, so if you're cutting out here because you haven't actually seen The Defenders, thanks for watching for a minimum of 10 minutes. Thank you to all 2 of our listeners. Let's get into the spoilers. Okay, so first episode. What happened in the first episode?
First episode, I think it's just a catch up of what our characters are doing now.
So Luke Cage, who at the end of his series is just like, oh well, guess back to prison I go.
Yeah.
Minute number 5.
Seems out pretty quick. Like, what did he do?
He brought justice to the streets, so everybody let him out apparently.
Yeah, apparently.
Because he's in jail for a good 4 minutes, I want to say.
Yeah.
Like, when did Luke Cage come out? Last September?
Yeah, something like that. Around.
Maybe it was even this time last year.
Yeah.
So at most he did 9 to 10 months in a jail. But good old Foggy Nelson, my boy Foggy Nelson.
Good old Foggy Nelson.
The greatest hero in all of Marvel. We'll never forget that iconic moment where he used a ball and a wiffle ball bat to take down 2 muggers in the street. Great moment. Great moment. Foggy Nelson gets him out of prison. Fucking Jessica Jones is just being Jessica Jones. She's still not taking calls or cases because I guess it's been 2 years.
She's just a bit moody. That's all.
Being a bit of a bitch. Matt Murdock is just being a lawyer. He's lawyering his way around.
Yeah.
And I love that moment he has in the first episode where there's this kid that he wins a case for, and he's like, they'll tell you it gets easier. They tell you it's easier living with a disability. It doesn't. You're gonna regret it for every day for the rest of your life.
Well, I don't even regret it, but you're gonna have to live with it for the rest of it, yeah.
He destroys this kid, and he's like, but true strength is the fact that you can get through it. I'm like, what the fuck, man? You're saying he's strong, yeah, but this kid's probably gonna kill himself.
No, jeez. It was supposed to be an inspirational speech.
It was. He destroys him. He's like, that money's gonna be good for your parents. But for you, I know all you want.
So menacing.
That's how he was, though, because he comes in, he leans in with the Daredevil voice. He's like, but for you, all you'll ever want is your old life back. And he's like, what will you want? He's like, I want my life back. He's like, yeah, but they can never give you that. You're like, oh God, Daredevil, just go toss a man off a building into a trash can.
Yeah, so the first episode is basically a recap of, what's up with our characters.
Exactly.
Iron Fist is hunting a hand. Jessica Jones is... I would assume she's doing cases because in Iron Fist they say she hired a PI to investigate stuff, so...
Maybe, but they say in the show, he's like, you're not taking calls anymore. He's like, no, not at the moment.
No, okay.
But, second episode is more the same, but everybody sees a bit of a mystery, and they're like, well, we better follow this mystery.
Yeah, it's basically...
The plot demands we follow the mystery.
So...
Luke Cage meets this, Luke Cage is like, yeah, I'll go help this underprivileged kid. His sister died in my series, his brother died in this series, I'll go sort him out. And when he meets him, he's just like, you doing anything bad? He's like, no, I'm not doing anything bad.
No, totally not.
He didn't do this, but he might as well have been pushing, like, dirty money under a mattress.
Yeah,
He's
basically.
like, no,
it's,
what?
like, so clear.
Yeah, fucking, he follows this kid, and Danny Rand finds a load of murdered Chase. We find out they're members of the Chase later on. And Danny Rand is about to brutalize this kid with an iron fist.
Like, directly at his face, glowing fist.
Yeah, just because the kid was doing cleanup.
Yeah.
He's not even...
Jeez, how his fist just blows, like, things back. The wall was here.
That kid...
That would have gotten messy. That would would have gotten so messy.
No, the worst thing is, after that kid's spine has been shattered and he wakes up in the hospital a day
His
later.
skull would have been shattered,
After
mate.
his skull is shattered and they've reconstructed him and he's paralyzed and can't move, he'll look up and he'll open his eyes and Matt Murdock will come down next to him and whisper in his ear how it doesn't get better, he's just gonna have to live with it.
Is that what's gonna happen when we bring Kilgrave back with Flexi neck?
Oh, that's funny. Jessica, I wasn't going to be a villain anymore. I'd gotten over being a villain. But this man in a red suit said I should be better. That I can't get over this.
Oh my god, yeah, you know, you're Professor X and David Tennant sound the exact same.
That's just my wheelchair man
It's
voice.
your wheelchair man.
Guess what I'm doing now? Bruce Willis, we meet again. See, it's actually Mr. Glass from Unbreakable. Also no wheelchair. Anyway. Fucking, he's about to shatter this child when Luke Cage turns up and he's like, oh, hells no. He doesn't say that, but it's something along those lines.
A lot of, you know, like, Harlem lingo and stuff. You know?
What is that supposed to mean? Bloody racist. Well, to be fair, this isn't our episode of non-racism, so... Which
It's
sadly...
Harlem lingo, like, what do you expect me to say?
Which sadly had to be an episode at one point. That was the theme for an episode once. But anyway, fuck. We get back and Luke Cage and Iron Fist fighting it. Luke Cage and Iron Fist fight, and it brings up the trope that I love of somebody beating the shit out of Iron Fist again.
Yeah.
They fight it out, and Iron Fist is doing all this, like, real great karate stuff, or whatever martial art he does.
Yeah.
And Luke Cage just walks towards him.
That's
kicks
just one
him,
of my favorite things
choke
with Luke
slams
Cage. Like,
him.
he's just trying, and you're like, it's like, you just kind of go, Iron Fist, stop. Stop
He
fighting
finally,
about
he
yourself.
finally catches Luke Cage with the Iron Fist, knocks him into a wall, and as Luke Cage gets up, the police come along, so Iron Fist just kind of legs it out of there. I like to imagine Luke Cage gets up, he's like, the fuck was that? And just backhands Iron Fist, killing him.
Oh my
Just
god.
one hit kills him. So they all follow a mystery, and then there's an earthquake that leads to more of a mystery.
Yeah, the earthquake really had no purpose as far as I'm concerned.
It must have been Malcolm Merlin's earthquake machine, obviously,
Oh,
from
definitely.
Arrow Season 1. He had 2 earthquake machines. Have you ever watched Arrow Season 1?
I've not watched Arrow. I've barely watched any of the DC shows.
The big reveal in that is he's set up an earthquake machine. I talked about this on Powers and Powers with Dan. But
Yeah.
he set up an earthquake machine to destroy the bad part of the city, to rebuild there, and make a load of money. The big reveal is after Arrow's taken out one earthquake machine, get this, he had a second
He had
one.
a second one?
That's the big twist.
What?
It's like, watch me, it's like, you're here, but I set off the earthquake machine. I literally made this joke on, what am I doing? I'm repeating jokes. Anyway, the earthquake goes off, Daredevil does some roof parkour, and then nobody talks about the earthquake for a while.
No one talked about the earthquake.
Actually, I don't even know what caused the earthquake. Was it that old Asian woman?
I want to say, because they sped up the process with Sigourney Weaver, was like, I'm dying. Jeez, we better find them dragon bones, you know?
Spoilers.
We're doing spoilers right now.
Oh, but you're jumping the gun with dragon bones. Actually, let's talk about dragon bones for a second.
Dragon bones.
So,
Dragon bones?
there
Dragon bones.
are dragons in the Marvel Universe.
Yes.
We just never seen them before,
We've seen the glowing eyes of one.
and I don't think we're ever
That's
going to get to see
showing
the
on
dragon.
Undying.
And then we get another dragon that's just under New York and apparently holding New York up.
Apparently holding New York up.
So in theory, if Loki really wanted to win the Battle of New York, he should have just blown up that magic dragon skeleton.
Exactly.
What doesn't Doctor Strange know about that as well?
I bet you now Doctor Strange knows about it. He just was off doing something mystical or something.
He's off
He
drinking
was
tea.
in the mirror dimension the whole time.
That's it, wasn't he? The one night he was in the mirror dimension, he comes back and he's like, oh fuck, there was a magic fight and I wasn't here for it. Hard being a Doctor Strange.
But the thing is, he was there in the mirror dimension. He's just watching
Oh,
him beat the shit out of him.
That's real. So anytime like you see one of the ninjas just kind of disappear off screen, it's because he's pulled them into the mirror dimension, brutalized them, pushed them back. Oh no!
No, I think he just lets the cloak go at him because we know that cloak is a vicious thing.
That's funny. So they all finally come together because they're like they all end up in the same building that belongs to the Hand for some reason.
Yeah.
Because they've infiltrated every level. And Sigourney Weaver, who plays the female version of Alexander such and such, the Kingpin.
Yeah.
You know there was a second Kingpin, but she plays the male version of that. That's what she's always dressed in white.
Okay, yeah.
But she's also the leader of the Hand. And fucking we get the Hands backstory, which I really don't care about. They were kicked out of Kunlun or something like that. Now they want to be immortal. They want to be even more immortal. Like they get kicked out, and the defenders fight them for a little bit. And spoilers, Elektra is back.
Oh,
If you've seen Daredevil season 2, you know Elektra was killed, and now she's
well,
back.
like, if you've seen the trailer for Defenders, you knew that Elektra was back.
Now let's talk about Elektra for a second. What do you think of Elektra?
As I said, I wasn't that invested in the Elektra stuff in Daredevil season 2.
Neither was I. I don't like her. I don't like the actress for Elektra. I don't think she's entertaining, and I just don't like the character of Elektra in general. So, and spoilers, because we're in spoilers here. They kill off Sigourney Weaver for Elektra.
Exactly.
I'm like,
I wanted to see Sigourney Weaver beat some ass, you know.
oh, I wanted to see Ridley fight the Defenders, and now I've got real skinny, dark-haired woman fight the Defenders. I don't even know the actress's name. Do you? No? Okay.
I think John told me, but I can't remember it.
No. But John's not here. Or is he? I tells you I get noticed. I'm sitting here in the corner the whole time, trying to think of things to say about the Defenders, and all of a sudden I get nothing.
No, yeah, I was a bit bummed out, but the whole thing with Elektra is she could have been good.
Could have.
She could have, but they were just like, oh,
Yeah,
they really tried to.
You're the Black Sky now.
You're the Black Sky. We still have no idea what makes you
And
the
we
Black
never
Sky,
will.
and we never will.
Alright, what do you think of Stick in this?
I loved Stick in this.
Stick is always one of my favorite characters, and nobody ever backs me like, no, he's an asshole to everyone. I'm like, that's the point!
Yeah, he is.
And when he calls Iron Fist a blundering dumbass or something like that, it's so funny. Stick is so metal, he cuts his own hand off to get out of the chains. Yeah, I feel like he could have just broken its thumb and pulled his hand out.
But he's also a small bit of a crazy man, which
small bit.
Come on, he's not Moon Knight crazy man, but he's definitely a bit of a crazy man.
So we find out we get a good enough hallway fight, not the best hallway fight, but a good one. We get Luke Cage just coming through a wall. I love that. Luke Cage comes through a wall, Dark Knight style, and pulls a man through it. And we find out the Hand's big plan is just to get Iron Fist.
Yeah.
We'll get Iron Fist to get us the dragon bones that make us immortal. Why not?
Way.
Okay, fuck,
yeah,
whatever. Sure, yeah, okay, if that's what you're going for. Let's take let's make the least liked Netflix character and let's make him
important.
Yeah. I get the feeling that they had most of the shot when Iron Fist came out. Because if they were shooting it afterwards, they would have cut out a load of the Iron Fist storyline.
Yeah.
I honestly think we would have gotten a completely different story had this been shot a year after Iron Fist. Because he gets an awful lot of screen time and he's still not that good. He's better with the other Defenders.
Yeah, I think they definitely improved it a bit in this.
It's him playing off other characters works well.
Yeah.
Like his, I didn't think him Luke Cage would work.
When going into the series, I was like, well, how are they going to get a Danny Rand, Luke Cage kind of banter? But they actually kind of did it.
They kind of worked.
It kind of worked.
I could believe them in a Heroes for Hire situation if Danny Rand lost all his money to a Nigerian prince. I swear, a Wakandan prince just called me asking for my money. He said he'd make me a panther suit. I wanted a panther suit. So,
oh my god.
Yeah, no, they are pretty good together. And now we get this great moment where Daredevil is just like, so guys, I know I haven't told you this before, but the woman trying to kill us was my ex-girlfriend, okay? So take it real easy. And I know I should have... I feel like we got that revealed twice, though. Where he's like, I used to team up with her, and then he's like, we were boyfriend and girlfriend.
I think no.
Like an episode apart?
I think... No, because there was a thing, he didn't tell him that he was with Elektra before, and then he said, oh, yeah, no, me and Elektra were a thing, and everyone's like, dude, your ex-girlfriend's, trying to kill us.
But
and
I love that.
Then he was talking about the hole, he didn't tell him about the hole underneath the thing. Yeah, that was it.
It's so funny, though, because he deflects immediately. He's like, I'm not the problem here, just because I'm in love with the woman trying to kill us. It's that guy. And he turns everyone on Iron Fist, which is so funny, because you get this great moment where they all try and fight Iron Fist, and it just starts off with Daredevil fighting Iron Fist. And I didn't know I wanted this, but I just wanted to see Daredevil beat the shit out of Iron Fist.
I think Daredevil will probably actually kind of beat the shit out of him.
But I love Jessica Jones tries to get involved, she's flicked away. Luke Cage gets in there, and it's one of these things I'm like, oh, this is how it's gonna go down. Luke Cage is gonna throw a punch. Iron Fist is gonna duck and it's gonna hit Daredevil. Is that how it's gonna happen?
Yeah.
But it's fucking great because you can tell Luke Cage like this is the moment I jump in.
Yeah.
It's like two little girls are holding a skipping rope and he's waiting to jump in.
Yeah.
This is the moment. Well, Daredevil and Iron Fist are just going for it, and Daredevil just beats the shit out of him. It's great.
It's really good.
I can't remember the fight ends, but I think it's something along the lines he goes to use an Iron Fist on Daredevil, and then Luke Cage jumps in last second. Or else maybe he grabs Luke Cage. That sounds like the Daredevil thing to do, doesn't it? Just grab Luke Cage and chuck him in the way last second. But they're like, okay, Danny, we're going to tie you up. You be real cool. We're going to figure out what to do. And I thought they were all like, we can't do this. But I honestly thought they were all just like, we can't murder him.
Yeah.
But no, apparently that's only Stick's plan. And Stick's plan is the right idea. You take Danny Rand's head off. Hand is defeated. One guy to save...
Well, I'm assuming they'll get another Iron Fist.
Yeah, but Sigourney...
Can a Steel Serpent open it? Steel Serpent!
I fucking hate Steel Serpent. I hate everyone in Iron Fist. Didn't even have a Steel Serpent ability. So our heroes are split up and divided. Daredevil goes... I think... Where does he go? Him and Jessica Jones are just like, we'll be back in a minute. You guys play it real cool. Luke, make sure he doesn't murder him. Ooh, he'll do it. So I love how Fist he doesn't roofie Luke Cage, but he gives him like a drug and knocks him out.
Yeah.
And because of that, when Elektra turns up, Luke Cage is no use in the fight.
Yeah.
Elektra beats the crap out of everyone and takes Danny Rand away. She killed Stick. I knew somebody had to die, but I didn't
probably gonna come back.
I knew somebody had to die, but I didn't think it'd be Stick.
I had a feeling that he died in season 2, though.
No.
I get the weirdest feeling that he
I was hoping it would be both Elektra dies and fucking what's her name? She's in Night Nurse.
Oh, Claire Temple.
If Claire died, that would have been great. I thought that would have been an amazing reveal.
Yeah.
But she didn't, sadly. So they're all heartbroken, distraught, and they're talking with their friends. They're like, oh, what should we do? Oh, the normal Netflix should I be a hero thing. And they're like, you know what, fuck this, let's go do some defendering. So it's the best Defenders team up you know. Night Nurse, White Tiger, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, and Luke Cage, Daredevil, and Jessica Jones.
And Misty Knight
And
joins
Misty
in at
Knight as well.
Oh, can we talk about Misty Knight?
Yeah.
You think she's gonna get a robot?
She's not getting a robot arm. I know they make reference to it. So Misty Knight. So White Tiger's taking on one of the Hand. Is Bakudo she fighting?
Bakudo, yeah.
Bakudo from Iron Fist comes back and they're fighting it out. And Misty Knight's like, I've got a gun, I can help save us all. And she goes willy-nilly flailing her arms around and gets her arm cut right off.
No, Jack, I'm pretty sure he was just about to kill Claire and she pushed Claire out of the way.
It's funnier to imagine that she tried to pistol whip the sword out of his hand and he just cut it in half. Like him and White Tiger going sword for sword, and she tries to punch him, just loses an arm. She loses her arm. And at the end he's like, well, Danny Rand knows a few higher ups at this high-tech hospital. We'll see what we can do. Wink, wink.
See, because the thing is, Tony Stark did actually give her her arm in the comics.
Yeah, but fuck, we're not going to get a robot arm on Netflix.
We need a robot arm.
You remember what happened last time somebody got high-tech technology? Diamondback suit.
Yeah, but that was Hammer Tech, okay? Fuck that shit.
Hammer Tech's the best. Did you see those Hammer Tech drones? They're awesome. Those are self-flying drones before Tony Stark had the idea. See, the dog agrees with me.
I was going to say the dog disagrees with you.
The dog is on board. The dog's a big fan of Iron Man too. He and I sit down sometimes and we're like, man, War Machine looks cool. Right. Alright, so let's start wrapping this up. So they go to the big building and they're like, alright, let's blow this mofo.
Yeah.
It's like Star Wars, like, let's blow this one and go home. They find the explosives. They go into the big hole from Daredevil Season 2.
Yes.
They fight the Hand. Everyone's having a good time. They get rid of the Dragon Bones that would give everyone immortality.
Oh no, they're still there. We just made sure the Hand didn't take them.
Yeah.
We collapsed the building on top of it.
But what about all those boxes they loaded up before? Are they just...
I think they're still going.
God damn it. I like the idea of the Hand. There's nobody left in the Hand.
That's why I don't think Sigourney Weaver is completely gone.
She could always come back
Always
with magic dragon blood.
Magic dragon
Or blood, or dust maybe.
I
Crush it up, sprinkle it into your cereal.
That's the thing. I laughed when it came to the dragon bones because I was like, did they take that from Stan Lee's way of keeping young by grinding up the bones into a salve?
Yeah,
You know, like
Stan Lee
like he did with Jack Kirby's bones.
Stan Lee gets every talented artist he can and just crushes up their creative talent into a little bowl and eats it. He puts it in a soup and drinks it up. Excelsior. That's not his catchphrase. That's mad cow disease kicking in. The human variation that comes with cannibalism is Excelsior. I created Spider-Man, Spider-Friends. Oh, he snorts it like cocaine. It gets caught in his little mustache. Fuck, I love Stanley.
Oh, Stan man.
Alright, so they blow the building up, and everybody's like, alright, we're going now. Time to go home. Let's all get out of here. And Daredevil's like, guys, I know it hasn't worked this far.
But let me make out with my girlfriend.
Let me try and make a move on Elektra. I can talk her down. Because every time I've tried to talk down a villain so far, it's worked for me.
It's just worked so well.
So they drop the building on him. Him and Elektra just kind of, they fight it out and they embrace.
Out.
They embrace one last time as a building comes down on top of them.
And you're like, oh, well, shit, Daredevil's dead, even though you know he's not dead.
Because Daredevil Season 3 hadn't been confirmed yet.
Yeah.
I honestly thought they had killed Daredevil, and I was so angry.
I was watching it like, okay, they'll probably bring him back in the later seasons. But
my thing was like, it's too impossible.
Yeah.
Like, he's not fast enough to climb out of that pit. There was never another way out. No, he can't get out of this one. I'm like, fuck, they can't do this to me. Please don't get... Like, when you see Foggy and Karen tearing... Because there's this great moment where they come back into the police station.
Yeah.
And Iron Fist comes in and goes to Colleen. Fucking Jessica goes to Hellcat. And Luke goes over to Claire. He goes to Claire and they embrace. And then they look to the door and Foggy is waiting for his lover to come back. Foggy's waiting for his man, Matt Murdock, to come back. And Karen's there comforting him. And nobody walks through the door and it pans back to them.
That is a hard gut-wrenching moment.
Oh, we didn't see it, but I think it would have been great had we cut to the priest and he walks into the confession box and he looks through and nobody's sitting there and he starts crying. That would have been amazing. Or the owner who opens up the gym comes in, he's like, there's no bloodstains on the floor. Nobody's brutalized the punching bags. No. Yeah, fucking. They even go to his tombstone and what?
Do they go to the court and the judge is there and she goes, oh, where's that blind lawyer gone? You know, oh jeez.
Punisher's. No, I like the idea. Punisher's on the rooftop with a sniper and he looks over and there's just chains wrapped around the chimney but nobody there, and he starts tearing up. Anytime Daredevil should have been there, he's just like, oh. But I thought, to be fair, it would have been it would have been amazing had they killed Daredevil. It would have been the most ballsy thing Marvel ever done.
But I knew they couldn't keep him down.
You can't keep the devil down. That's the Murdoch boys. Doesn't matter how many times you hit the mat, it's how many times you get back up. Oh, how many times you hit the mat. Because his name is Matt. That can't be intentional, is it?
No, it's not.
Fuck, that's funny though. So Matt, no matter how many times they beat you up, they're gonna keep getting back up.
Gotta keep going.
Why didn't he tell the crippled kid that? Fuck, that would have been better.
Oh.
Alright.
Daredevil was just going through some stuff. I mean, his girl Elektra died.
Yeah. He still has Foggy. Anyway.
And Karen, I guess.
So everybody goes back to their friends. The hands are gone. And we get one final shot of Matt Murdock lying in a bed in a nunnery.
In a convent.
I was going to say nunnery, but a convent's probably a better
word. And they said get Maggie, which if you know the comics,
is his mother. Old Mother
and
Maggie.
Then, if they're doing that, then I'm half expecting him to do the reincarnation as Stick as a little baby girl that Matt thinks is the Antichrist, and they try to convince him to kill. It's a weird storyline.
I was gonna say, is this a thing or is this your weird pitch for season 3?
No, this is a thing.
Because my pitch for season 3 is Moon Knight. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
But we'll do our Defenders pitches another day.
Yeah.
Overall, I realize we've done the overall thing, but we'll do it again. Overall, now with spoilers, what did you think of Defenders? What did you like? What did you not like?
You know what? I enjoyed it. I really liked Sigourney Weaver as the villain as she was for a lot of it, because man, it's Sigourney Weaver. What's not to like, you know?
She's real good at it.
She's real good at it. But as I said, I really enjoyed it. I like the dynamics. I think actually felt pretty natural most of the time, you know, because even Daredevil was just like, oh, should I be Daredevil? Oh God.
That's the one thing that's gonna annoy me about season 3 of Daredevil, because they're gonna do it again, where Daredevil has a moment of indecision whether or not he should be a Daredevil. But they tried doing that already in this.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I really want a season 3 of Daredevil now.
Well, of course they're gonna give us a season 3 of Daredevil.
This reminded me how he's still my favorite Defender by far. He's just the best guy.
I know, it's so nice to see him because, jeez, it's been so long since I've seen Daredevil. Like,
you say that, but it's only been like a year.
It's only been a year. That is weird.
Like, one sec.
Like, it's been longer since I've seen Jessica Jones, but yeah, you know.
Like, we had Iron Fist this year, Defenders, obviously.
Yeah.
Luke Cage last September, and Daredevil was before that.
Oh my god! And I'd nearly say like.
It's been a year and a half.
I
Since
felt like I'd
Daredevil.
watched Jessica Jones more recently then, you know, which is weird.
Fuck. And one final thing before we cut this episode a bit short, because we're going to keep it a bit short this episode.
Yeah.
It's good to get back into the audio format. And hopefully the software doesn't crash. Fuck, that would kill me. I'd jump out the window right now if the software crashed again.
Oh no!
Fuck,
It's basically, if this gets uploaded but you hear a crash, you know what.
If this gets uploaded and the audio is cut off, that's because the software has crashed and Jack jumped out the window right afterwards.
So when he doesn't appear in later episodes, you know what happened.
Alright, so speaking of after the credits, because we had a drinking game, so we were a wee bit drunk by the time we got to the end.
Oh yeah, we had a drinking game that was tons of fun. Actually, one of our things was drink when Daredevil is hesitant about being Daredevil.
Or if anybody says the immortal Iron Fist.
Or when Iron Fist looks mildly confused, which is most of the time.
Or there's any palpable sexual tension between any of the characters.
There was a lot of
We drank a lot of alcohol.
But
we got
drank a lot.
During the credits of Defenders, we got into a drunk argument where I'm like, any minute now, we had a rule, if the Punisher turned up, you had to finish it.
Oh, him and John got into an argument, and that was hilarious.
And I'm like, we're gonna get a Punisher trailer. It's gonna be an after
credits. Even I was there, like, yeah, they're gonna give us an after credits thing.
Yeah, I'm
and
like,
John was like, no.
Yeah, John's getting really angry. He's like, no, they're not gonna do that. Punisher's not coming. No. I'm like, come on, man.
You're mean.
That's exactly how he sounded, though. Sorry, let me do my John impression. I tell you, they're not giving us a Punisher episode. I swear they're not giving us an after credits scene. It's me and
John. I don't know what you're doing anymore.
I know. It's not. It's my impression of a man doing an impression of a man I've never heard of.
Yeah.
Anyway, fuck, they're doing that, and we're going back and forth, and then it fades to black. The Marvel logo comes up, and for a split second I'm like, oh, I'm cooked. No, this is it.
Yeah.
Oh, and all of a sudden you hear like talking. I can't remember what he says, but something like, I've been through this a long time. I'm like, oh boy, and you see a sledgehammer being dragged along. I was like, that could be anything. That could be. And all of a sudden, it starts smashing down, and we see Frank Castle, the Punisher. I'm like, yeah, boy.
Yeah, boys.
That's out in November or
and we
October.
Basically know next to nothing about it, though.
Exactly, and how great is that?
Yeah, it is real.
We'll probably get it. That's probably the trailer we're gonna get for the next 2 months. I think we'll get another one in between now and then.
Yeah.
Fuck, I can't wait for the show. Like, straight up.
No, but what did you think of Defenders, Jack?
I liked the Defenders. Watching it all at once nearly killed me, though.
Okay, yeah. Jack has a thing about binging.
I don't like to binge a show. I like to take my time, put the time in, but take it easy. Like, I'd rather watch Defenders maybe 4 episodes at a time. I would have done it. But 8 episodes, you feel the strain of the series. Like, those first 2 episodes feel way longer than they actually are because we watched 6 hours of content after them.
I guess.
Like, as 2 hours of setup goes, you're just like, fucking kill me. Where's Wilson Fisk when you need him to slam
Whisk!
I need Wilson Whisk to turn up and slam my head in a car door. But overall, I'd give it a solid 3.5 out of 5.
Yeah, I'd say, 3.5.
It's a 7 out of 10. It's 3 heads slammed in a car door out of 4. Lovely. Can't wait to see.
That's just an amazing rating system you have right there, you know?
Oh, yeah. You see, I'm not sad that we came back to an audio podcast. But I'm going to go off on a tangent for this.
Yeah, no problem.
We're back on an audio podcast. I'm sad about that for one reason. Because the very last episode that I was going to put up as a video, and I didn't put up in the end, was an episode I got to edit and set it down.
Oh, God.
And one of the things I did for it, because I know you all love my Charles Xavier so much.
Yes.
Is I recreated Logan as one of the things. But it's just me doing the Charles Xavier voice and clips from our other short films. And
Oh my
fuck,
god.
nobody's ever gonna get to see that now, and it makes me sad. So
Aw.
I'm gonna have to record an audio version of that and chuck it in somewhere.
Yeah, oh my god. You're gonna have to show that to us, actually.
Oh, I'll show it to you later.
Yeah.
Well, I'm showing you that, the audience can go watch another one of our amazing episodes. We're back every Saturday. Oh boy, enjoy. If you haven't liked, comment, or subscribed yet, do that. You can find us on Spreaker. You can find us on iTunes. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on some other website. Cause I found a website that was just like pirating our episodes for some reason. I'm like, we're not that popular. Come on, man.
Oh, Jesus.
It was like, it wasn't SoundCloud, but it was like a SoundCloud knockoff.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've been Jack from Unproductive-nerds.
I've been Rhiannon from Unproductive-nerds.
Stay classy, San Diego. And have a good night.
San Diego.